Okay, so this series is about me creating recipes that I have created for my children from young ages until adult ages. And currently, most of them are all out of the home except for one. She's getting ready, though, to head to college in August. So I wanted to create the series where I could cook recipes that I made for them. And when they're at their homes or they're starting their families, they can come back to these recipes and feel a little bit at home when they're missing home and a mom's cooked meal from my kitchen. So I'm teaching them how to do these recipes, and hopefully you will learn as well as we go along. So let's get started. Part of it that I use from the pork butt that I have maybe a quarter or a third of an onion, very small, and then 4 garlic cloves. I'm going to salt it up, and same thing, same process. I'm going to sear it up in the pan as it's heating now, and then we'll continue on to the next step. Okay, so now that your meat is seared, and again, I just got a little bit of searing. You can see there, just a small sear to your meat. You're going to, again, I like using chicken broth. Sometimes depending on what the meal I'm choosing, I'll add water. But I'm going to add some chicken broth. And this is just a small portion, just because I have the pozole going, and we will get to enjoy that as well. So the next I'm going to show you is I'm going to get my other spices prepared that are going to go into the pot. Okay, so I have some onion powder, and again, I'm just going to go in and do with my heart, because these are all recipes from my heart, from my children and my family. So that was onion powder, garlic powder. I'm going to do a little bit of cumin. I just like how it tastes. It pairs well with meat. All right, and for this one, there is going to be a beef bouillon. So we're going to put in a spoonful of that. And then I say wash your sister sauce, so we're just going to do it. Okay, sounds good. And then I'm probably going to use the rest of this ketchup. I don't know, 1/4 cup maybe? 1/2 cup? Got a little dirty, so I'll be right back. To this recipe, I'm just going to add a squeeze of the KC masterpiece. That's probably good. Because I'm kind of making a barbecue, so I don't really want to add more to it that would offset the flavor that I'm trying to create. So, what I consider the main ingredient to this, because it is a Hawaiian, I'm going to give this a quick stir in the pot here. It's going to look fairly reddish to you at the moment, but it will become to be darker as it cooks. I'm going to pour in the juice of this pineapple, and I'm actually going to add some pineapple as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So 1/4 cup it looks like. I did add some more ketchup to it, and I just gave it a squeeze. Nothing too fancy, nothing too much, okay? So I just needed a little bit more on the redder side. All right, so I'm going to let that go, and I'm actually going to put this one on high. Again, just like I did the other one for 4 hours or so, and we'll be back. And when I'm cooking, I always find it easier if I have a bag that I can sit on the counter and add, you know, my napkins that I dry my hands off or clean my hands off throughout the time. The trash from the containers that I'm using, if I were to finish it off, it makes it easier. I have it here on the counter wherever I'm cooking, and then when I'm done, I just take it straight to the trash, and it makes it so much easier than going back and forth. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the Hawaiian sliders, and I just buttered this a little bit, and I'm going to place it onto the pan. I took some meat out of the crock pot, and here it is. I'm just it's so tender that you're able to get a fork and just shred it up. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to place this onto, it tastes really good. Okay, so in the pan here, I'm going to add a little bit of the broth from the pork meat that we cooked earlier, of the Hawaiian pork. I'm going to add it into the pan. And I'm kind of let it get sticky, okay? It's going to get sticky, it's going to build up a consistency, and then this meat is going to go back in too. Okay. And now we're just gonna kind of saute it up and get it nice and juicy. And it's gonna start getting a little thick on you because it has some of the spices in there that are going to caramelize, and so it's gonna get nice and thick for you. Very simple. Throw it in the crock pot, head to work, or spend your day at home. However you choose to do it. Very simple. You guys can do this, and again, this gives you a little bit of sense of home without having to be home. All right, so now we're going to dish it up, and I'm going to add it on to the slider. And it looks good. It has the pineapple, it has the sauce, the toasted bun. Very delicious. It's a hit. We also had this at our wedding, Dennis and I, so it's a very good choice for, and that's it. You know, simple. I mean, there's nothing more to it. Obviously, you can add fries to it, you know, chips, however you like, but there it is, a Hawaiian pulled pork slider. And once again, thank you for joining, and we'll see you in the next recipe. Bye.